space nerds, let's talk about one of the biggest flexes in human history, the United States moon landing in 1969. Because nothing says we win like planting your flag on a giant rock 240,000 miles away while your Cold War rival watches from Earth. So back in the 50s and 60s, the US and the Soviet Union were in this super chill, not at all stressful competition called the Cold War. And nothing says global tension like racing to see who can launch stuff into space first. The Soviets kicked things off in 1957 by launching Sputnik, the first artificial satellite. And America responded the way America always does, by freaking out and throwing a lot of money at the problem. Then in 1962, JFK got up in front of America and basically said, yeah, we're going to the moon, because we said so.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
Bold move, considering at the time we were still figuring out how not to explode rockets on the launch pad. But to NASA's credit, they got to work. The Apollo program was basically a very expensive trial and error process. You know, just minor things like making sure astronauts could actually breathe in space. Then, on July 16, 1969, Apollo 11 launched, carrying three guys, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. And a fun fact, Collins had to stay in the command module while the other two got to be famous. Hope he at least got a cool souvenir out of it. On July 20th, Armstrong and Aldrin landed on the moon, and Armstrong hit us with one of the most iconic lines in history. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Or, well, was it possibly one small step for a man? We may never know, because radios in 1969 were apparently garbage. Either way, it was huge. America became the first and so far only country to land people on the moon. And yes, before you ask, yes, we actually went. No, it wasn't filmed on a Hollywood soundstage. Like, stop. Like, come on. Do you really think the US government could fake something that well and keep it a secret for this long? Have you met the government? The moon landing changed everything. It proved space travel was possible, jump-started new technology, and most importantly, gave America bragging rights for eternity. Now, over 50 years later, we're planning to go back to the moon and even send people to Mars. Because apparently, Earth just isn't enough anymore. So what do you think? Should we go back to the moon, or should we just let the aliens keep it? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more history with a side of sarcasm. See you next time.